Wow. This movie is so bad, I pretty much lost almost all of my hair. I'm not even kidding. I'm legitimately looking myself in the mirror. I just pulled out of my bathroom and... yeah, by the looks of it, I nearly lost all of my hair. Yeah, I'm just messing with you guys, so yeah. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and believe it or not, I also got myself a brand new haircut, so yeah, I guess if you guys couldn't tell, I think right around yesterday was of course the 18th anniversary of 9/11, so I pretty much did what I have to do on that day, so yeah, just giving my thoughts and prayers to the people we lost, but I'm getting way too ahead of myself. You're here for a review, right? So yeah, that's what you all came here to see, and yeah, by the way, right around yesterday, if you couldn't tell, I did of course get myself a haircut not too long ago because yeah, I guess for a little while now I was in desperate need of one anyway, so I'm glad I finally got this right around yesterday. So yeah, even I'll admit it actually looks really nice to me. So I'll know probably right around within the next few months or so for my hair to start growing back. So yeah, I'm just gonna mainly stick with this for a while. But yeah, like I said, you're actually here for a review, right? So yeah, I'll take that as a yes anyway. So yeah, I guess oddly enough, this one is actually a relatively special one that I should talk about. I think much like Someone Else's Shoes or Pokemon: The Power of Us, and even a silent voice for what I have to say, and even the exception of Rocko's Modern Life, Static Cling, and Invader Zim Enter the Florpus. So yeah, kind of makes sense to mix things up a bit for once. Ah, yeah. That felt good. So yeah, I guess if anything, I think what I'm going to be talking about right about now is pretty much on the same category as the other ones that I would step away from theatrical releases right about now to do something a little bit different. So yeah, I guess if anything, I think if you have read the title of this video, yes, I am going to be talking about Thomas and Friends Big World, Big Adventures. So yeah, I think so yeah, I'm of course finally going to be talking about this movie that just came out not too long ago, and I know some of you guys are wondering, wait a minute, why are you talking about this movie now? This movie never even got a DVD release here in America. Well, if that being the case, would you by any chance explain this? So yeah, I guess if anything, after a year since it made its debut on Nickelodeon, this movie finally came out onto DVD in the United States, and no, this is not an import from, say, Australia, China, or any parts of the world, even the United Kingdom, for crying out loud, with those really damn region coding. So no, this is actually the real deal. This is actually the DVD of the movie I'm holding right now that is officially released here in America, and I can tell because on the back it has like a little region one setting for this DVD. So yeah, I guess if anything, so yeah, like I said, this movie finally got its own DVD release here in the United States, after what I assume that I think Mattel might have finally heard our demands, so yeah, this actually did take well over a year since after it made its debut onto Nickelodeon to finally get a DVD release here in the United States, so I think it was actually worth the wait and stuff, so can't go wrong with that. Yeah. So yeah, I guess oddly enough, I stopped by my local Walmart right around yesterday before I started one of my classes at college, as I normally do, to which, if you guys are wondering, I seem to be doing fine right about now, sort of on a somewhat good start right about now, but I know it's gonna get harder as this semester goes on, but I'll try my best to actually make it through this. So yeah, oddly enough, after I picked up this movie at my local Walmart right around yesterday, I decided to actually pop in the movie right around today just to see how it holds up. And believe it or not, something I need to address real quick is that if you have known me since the very beginning of my days here on YouTube, or if any of you are new, you will know that I actually did get my start on YouTube doing doing some really incredible parody videos relating to Thomas the Tank Engine. As I think oddly enough, I have been growing up with him ever since I was probably a little kid, probably since I was probably as like a wee small baby. So yeah, I guess if you have known me since the very beginning, since I first started my time here on YouTube, you will know that I am a big fan of Thomas the Tank Engine. So yeah, I absolutely love the TV show growing up. I really love doing like these fan-made videos relating to this icon. So yeah, and yeah, like I said, pretty much the majority of my videos is, of course, relating to Thomas the Tank Engine and such. So yeah, I guess if you have known me, you will know that I actually am a big Thomas fan from when I was a little kid, even nowadays. So yeah, I think you can kind of see where I'm getting at, and oddly enough, I think this film is actually pretty interesting enough, because I remember when it was first announced not too long ago, not only this movie, but also season 22 and onwards of the TV show, you would know that this actually sparked some controversy, to say the least. And what I mean by controversy, I mean like a lot of people on the internet complaining about it and such. So yeah, I guess if anything, I think I wouldn't be surprised if people actually made videos about it. Oh wait. So yeah, I guess oddly enough, I guess right about now, I think I think not only this movie, but also the season in general has gotten the majority of people on the internet split. You either like the idea that they're going to be going for, or you just downright hated it. There was nobody who would find it as okay. So yeah, I guess you can kind of see where I'm getting at. So but I didn't know what the big deal was when I actually heard about this one, but I was actually quite curious to see on how the movie will do and stuff, because I remember I actually did take a look at a few episodes of season 22 of the show, to which I know the movie is, of course, loosely based on it, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually really liked it. Yeah, I think I really like some of the new ideas that they're going for. I actually love some of the new characters that they brought in, and I think pretty much just the idea of bringing Thomas to the outside world in general, I think is actually a really clever idea. So yeah, I actually didn't have a problem with season 22. So I was actually quite curious to see on how this movie will do when I decide to take a look at it. So oddly enough, I popped it in and decided to watch it, and just about an hour and a half later, well, I think I am gonna confess something. I just don't think it's actually the worst thing I have seen relating to Thomas. Now, before you start throwing all of your belongings at your computer screen because you're downright outraged by what I have to say, but I actually do have some honest opinions on it. And I mean really honest opinions. So yeah, I think to me, I just don't think this movie is the worst thing I've ever seen relating to Thomas. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do think the movie is bad, but oddly enough, it's not really the worst thing I've ever seen. I just think it's run-of-the-mill bad. So yeah, that's just my honest opinion on Big World, Big Adventures, the movie. I just think it's run-of-the-mill bad. So yeah, I bet you're wondering why might that be. Now, for starters, for story-wise, it's just basically what you would imagine. Just Thomas taking and wanting to go around the world and stuff, and see what's lying ahead for him on his well, as the title suggests, on his big adventure. So yeah, I guess you can kind of see where it's actually going for. Just basically Thomas going around the world, and that's it. Simple as that. So now, I think, to be fair, I think pretty much on paper, it is actually a pretty inventive idea. I mean, we do know in the last movie that they released, which was, of course, Journey Beyond Sordor, it actually did have Thomas go out onto the main line in general, but this movie in general, it's just basically the entire freaking world. So yeah, going to different continents and other countries that he's not very familiar with. So yeah, I guess you can kind of see where I'm getting at. It's pretty much not bad on paper, but I guess in execution, yeah, the execution is not bad either. But I think everything else, though, I think is probably way too clunky, or just way too generic for the most part. But that's pretty much what I get out of it. But so yeah, I think you can kind of see where I'm getting at, and so yeah, not bad story-wise, but I just wish it could have been executed much better than this. So but still, I guess if anything, that's just one big gripe I find with this movie. But believe it or not, I think I know I'm jumping ahead too early for this, but I can say there are some pretty good qualities about this movie in general. Like, of course, I think it actually does have a sense of creativity from what it's trying to do, to which, again, is basically Thomas going around the world. So yeah, I guess it does have a sense of creativity with what it's trying to do, and probably from what I have to say, I think pretty much since it is a Thomas movie, they're of course going to add some music and songs, to which I have to admit some of them are actually pretty good. Like yeah, I think pretty much most, if not all of the songs in it actually do have some really good beats, and even with what they're trying to do, I think it's actually pretty spot on. And granted, I think the animation, for while not really great in my opinion, actually did try to get away with some really good visuals, like from the landscaping to the designs of course the characters and stuff, and other basic surroundings. So that I will give credit for. The animation, not really the best in my opinion, but it still can get away with some pretty interesting visuals, to say the least. And yeah, just need a drink of water. That felt good. So yeah, I guess like I said, the animation, for while not really the best in my opinion, still can get away with some pretty good visuals every once in a while. So and yeah, not to mention, I think pretty much some of the characters, I have to say they're actually pretty interesting, to say the least. Like personally, in my opinion, some of the new ones that they added in, I thought were actually pretty good. Like I'm not gonna lie, I think much like how I felt about the experimental engines, personally, in my opinion, I think Nia is actually a really good character from what I'm seeing. Yeah. So yeah, I guess if anything, I think I really love it whenever I see Nia on screen. throughout the entire movie, just basically trying to help Thomas, trying to achieve his goal, because I think oddly enough, she might actually know a whole lot more about traveling around the world than he does, so she is actually a really great addition, and even, so yeah, I guess from what I have to say, I think one of the new characters, Nia, I have to say, is actually a really good addition to the crew, and even in this film, I think she is actually pretty fun to watch. But although, of course, I think I will say how I felt about the other new character, Ace. I just think he was downright awful. I mean, just really, really, really bad. So, yeah, pretty much all he's trying to do is trying to convince Thomas to travel around the world, and I think oddly enough, while doing so throughout the entirety of the movie, he just acts like a complete asshole to Thomas whenever he's on screen. Yeah, and just pretty much it. And not only that, I personally think Thomas, I thought was actually a big, probably a big jerk in this movie, because I think for a while he is trying his best to actually be the very first engine to travel around the world. I think personally, in some scenes where he's asked for help, he would absolutely deny that whatsoever. Like I think I was like, well, how can you travel around the world if you don't even know about it? So, yeah, and this is actually pretty much all what I'm saying about Nia for the most part. I think she actually does know a thing or two more than Thomas, so I think it does make sense to have her help him out with what he's trying to do, so... Yeah, but still, I think it would have made the film a whole lot more stronger if they went in that route, so... But yeah, those are just my complaints for the most part. But I guess to the film's credit, I think there are... I think it can get away with some, I think probably some decent comedy. Like there are a few scenes, in my opinion, where I did actually did get a good chuckle out of me. So yeah, I won't spoil the entire movie for you. You'll just have to see it for yourself. So yeah, and so yeah, like I said, this film actually did provide some pretty decent comedy for the most part. So, but yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can think of for this movie in general. So yeah, like I said, I think I do think it's bad. Fair enough. And I totally understand where you guys are getting at. But for me personally, I just think it's run-of-the-mill bad. Now, don't get me wrong. I have seen other stuff relating to Thomas the Tank Engine that are much, much, much worse than this movie. But I think I will give credit to the Big World, Big Adventures movie that I just saw. Like I say, it does have a sense of creativity, actually some pretty decent jokes, and yeah, and some of the songs are actually pretty good, and I will admit Nia is actually a really great addition to the crew, so... But yeah, the rest I just kind of felt was just a bit underwhelming, to say the least. I mean, not terrible by any means, but just bad in general, so... Yeah, but yeah, and I guess I wouldn't be lying on saying on why this movie actually did get a lot of people in the Thomas community pissed off. So yeah, maybe I guess if they would have done a whole lot more to this, maybe yeah, and maybe even better yet, have the characters discuss their flaws and how they can overcome it to make their challenge even greater than before. But if we did that, we wouldn't be able to fill up the entire hour-and-a-half long running time with some stuff you wouldn't normally see in a Thomas movie. So yeah, and I think pretty much as of now, this was of course the final Thomas and Friends special to be served as a feature-length movie, as all of their future specials right but now will be condensed down as we speak. But yeah, it is kind of sad to say the least. But hey, we know the old saying, less is more. So yeah, like I said, I think for me personally, I think this movie is bad to say the least, but I can't even say it's probably the worst Thomas movie I've ever seen in my life, nor do I think it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. So, yeah, but I think it can, but I think it's, yeah, I think I can't even think of anything today, but yeah, like I say, it's just run-of-the-mill bad for the most part. Not really the worst I've seen for the most part, nor, yeah, not only associated with Thomas the Tank Engine, but it's not even one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. But the question now is this movie worth checking out? Well, I'm not gonna lie by saying this. Yeah, I do think this movie is worth checking out, so, yeah, I guess if anything, regardless on how I feel, this movie actually is worth checking out and probably to witness it for yourself. So yeah, I guess if anything, if you do want to see Thomas go around the world while pointing out some stuff that I would normally find with this movie, yeah, so yeah, regardless on how I feel about it, I say this movie is worth checking out. So yeah, I say if you can find this at any store that is local to you, or even go to either eBay or Amazon right about now, I say definitely check this movie out. And yeah, it's only I only paid $10 to actually get this movie, and you know what? It's probably the best $10 I've ever spent for this movie. So yeah, regardless on how I feel, like I said, it is run-of-the-mill bag, but if you can find this movie, definitely buy it for sure. But I think it's probably best if you do not buy any other DVD copies of this movie from other countries. No, if you're anywhere here in the US, definitely get the US version of this movie. So yeah, I say it's definitely worth checking out regardless on how I feel. So, but yeah, I guess overall for my final rating, I think I'm going to be fair here and give it like a 4.5 out of 10 for the most part. Like I said, it is run-of-the-mill bad in my opinion, but I don't think it's actually the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, and I guess if anything, pretty much I think from an entertaining standpoint, it is uniquely bad for the most part, but it's just a bad movie in general. Then I guess it's just one movie that is one big pile of cinders and ashes. So, but still, yeah, like I said, if you can find this movie local to you or find it online, then I say definitely buy it for sure. So, and that's all I gotta say. Oh man, that's a lot for me to talk about. So yeah, that's literally about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this special thoughts video. And if you have seen Big World, Big Adventures, the movie for yourself, then let me know in the comment section below on what you thought about it in general. And of course, feel free to send me an email if you want to book me for a con or event coming up, or just have any questions for me in particular. And of course, follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and plenty other social media sites that I have provided if you want to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases coming up soon. And of course, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more videos like this in the near future. So yeah, that's literally about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this special thoughts video that I decide to put up for all of you guys, and I promise I will, of course, get back to doing what I normally do with these thoughts videos in general. I don't know what movie I'm gonna go see next pretty soon, but I'll be sure to let you guys know in the next thoughts video that I'll put up pretty soon. So yeah, we'll know for sure. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.